Hello everyone, welcome to EduTab. Students, as you know that we are starting a new ARD static series. So here we are with our very first lecture that is on the topic Introduction to Agriculture. Students, we will be discussing this topic through previous year questions and also we will be discussing the concepts to answer those questions, and after that we will be practicing few questions based on those concepts. Okay? So students, before starting the video, I request you to please take a look at the initiative taken by EduTab, as they have launched this guidebook, which is a one-step solution for solving all your doubts regarding NABARD. Okay, what is NABARD? What is the function of NABARD? How you can become NABARD assistant manager? Okay, your eligibility, your cutoff criteria, then your what is the sources you have to follow? What is the and also this book is providing a 6-step strategy for becoming a NABARD assistant manager. And also the plus point is it is providing the resources, okay, which you can refer for becoming a NABARD assistant manager. Students, for this you have to download this guide. For downloading this guide you have to go to the description box, register yourself and download this guide for yourself and solve all your queries regarding NABARD. Okay, so that was all students, and without wasting your much time, let's start our video with the very first question that has already came in NABARD Grade A 2021 Phase 2. So it says, what is the branch of agriculture that deals with the production of fruits, vegetables, flowers, ornamental plants, spices, condiments and beverages? Your options are horticulture, agronomy, pomology, sericulture, all of the above. Students, here branch of agriculture has been asked from you. Okay, so for knowing this, for answering this question, first you should know what is agriculture and what are the branches of agriculture. Okay, so let's discuss that. Students, agriculture is defined as an art, science and business of crop production and livestock. Okay, so agriculture is not just a science, it is art and business. See, why art? Because we are managing the crops and the livestock, okay, and that is the art. Then moving on to the business. Why business? Because why farmers are doing agriculture? Because they want to have economic benefit for themselves. Okay, they want to have some returns from this crops and livestock. So that's why it is also considered as business. Now, if the definition of agriculture is clear to you, let's move on to the branches of agriculture. What are the branches of agriculture? Students, the very first is agronomy. Okay, and agronomy is dealing with your all cereals crop, your pulse crops, your oilseeds crop, your fodder crop. All these crops and their management is studied under the agronomy. Okay, it is studied under the agronomy. Now moving on to the next, that is horticulture. Now apart from your cereals crop, oilseed crop, fodder crop, etc., your fruits, your beverages, your oilseeds, your condiments, all these are studied under horticulture. Okay, horticulture is a study of fruits, vegetables, flowers, etc. Now moving on to the next branch, that is forestry. Now apart from your cereals and your horticulture crop, apart from the agronomy crops which are covered in agronomy and with crops which are covered in horticulture, there are some forest crops, okay, which are important for us. Okay, so that's why the study of forest and their forest crop is done under the forestry. Okay, study of forest and forest crop is come under forestry. Now moving on to the agriculture engineering. Now students, see, you are producing these crops and managing. So how will you manage these crops? You need some machines, you need some tools, you need some implements. Okay, and study of these machines and tools and their making, that come under agriculture engineering. Okay, so agriculture engineering is basically dealing with all your machines, technology which is related to the agriculture. Now moving on to the animal husbandry. Okay, as I have already told you, agriculture is not only about crop production but also livestock. So rearing on breeding of livestock, okay, so that all come under your animal husbandry. Okay, be it your cattle, be it your goat, be it your poultry farming, that all come under animal husbandry. Now moving on to the next, that is fisheries. Students, production of fish, that all come under your fisheries. So that was all about the agriculture and branches of agriculture. Now let's move on to the question, okay? And what was our question? It was, what is the branch of agriculture that deals with the production of fruits, vegetables, flowers, ornamental plants, spices, condiments and beverages? And you might have guessed the right answer, that is your horticulture, okay? Now, if this is clear to you, let's move on to the next question. That is, study of vegetable is called as. Now, आप लोग अब कंफ्यूज हो गए होंगे, मैम जस्ट नाउ यू टोल्ड अस दैट स्टडी ऑफ वेजिटेबल फ्रूट्स एंड ऑल दैट कम अंडर हॉर्टिकल्चर, बट नाउ यू आर आस्किंग अबाउट स्टडी ऑफ वेजिटेबल. सो स्टूडेंट्स, I would like to tell you that as agriculture has its own branches, similarly horticulture has its own subdivision, okay? And let's study about those subdivision and then try to answer this question. Students, I'd like to tell you that horticulture is being divided into several parts, okay? If in horticulture you are only dealing with flowers and their management, be it their caring, handling, all that come under your floriculture, okay? So flori means flower, so that means study of flowers is called as floriculture. Is that clear? As you can see in the picture, flowers. So study of flowers is known as floriculture. Now moving on to arboriculture. Students, when we are managing one tree, okay, when we are focusing on just one tree, that is known as, study of that is known as arboriculture. That's clear? If that's clear, let's move on to the next, that is landscape horticulture. Students, I'd like to tell you that agriculture is not only about production of crop, but it is also about beautification of land, okay? And that is studied under your landscape horticulture. In landscape horticulture, you study about different types of gardens, okay, different types of landscape. So all those come under your landscape horticulture. Now moving on to the next, that is vegetables. So study of vegetable, when you are focusing, your study is focused only to the vegetables, that is known as your olericulture, okay? Study of vegetable is olericulture. Now moving on to the next, that is study of fruits. As you can see, fruits. So study of fruits is known as pomology, okay? Students, and here we have another branch, okay, when we in particular study about grape cultivation and their production, because grapes are grown in vines. Now you must be confused, ma'am, why this grapes is not kept under pomology? Because students, that cultivation practices for all the fruits and cultivation practice for grapes are very different, okay, as they grow in the vines and they have some more economic benefits. So that's why this has been kept under viticulture, okay? As you know that grapes are being used for production of quality wines. So all these come under your viticulture. Now students, this was all about branches of horticulture. Let me tell you two more branches which are not directly related to any crop produce, but is related to the processing part, okay? As I have told you that grapes are used for making wines. So that study, okay, when we are studying about processing of grape for making wine, all those technology, all those processes is studied under oenology, okay? That is called as oenology. And rest, all your fruits, your vegetable, as you know that they are very perishable in nature, okay? And we have to maintain them so that their shelf life can be increased. So all those study that come under your post harvest management, okay? All the management aspect that we study after the harvesting of the crop, that we apply after the harvesting of crop, that is all studied under your post harvest management. So that was the different branches of horticulture, okay? Now if this is clear to you, let's move on to our question which says that the study of vegetable is called as, very easy, we have discussed this, and that is your olericulture. Study of vegetable is olericulture. Now let's move on to the practice question based on this concept. What is the study of fruit is called, okay? So study of fruits we have discussed, it is known as your pomology, okay? Study of fruits is pomology. Students, that was this. Now moving on to the next question which says that, which has been come in your NABARD grade A 2019 phase 2. What is pink revolution about? Okay, your options are onion prawn production, cotton production, mushroom production, muga seed production, none of the above. Okay, students, see, whenever there is an advancement in technology, okay, there is an advancement in terms of information in any sector, we called it as revolution because it leads to a huge change in that particular sector. Okay, we called it that revolution, and such revolution has happened in our agriculture also. And let's discuss what are all those revolution and then try to answer this question. Let's see them. So the very first is your green revolution. Most often you have heard about green revolution, and you must have known that the father of green revolution in the world is Norman E. Borlaug. As you know that during independence we were insufficient. Okay, we were insufficient in fulfilling our all food grain requirement. So what happens, we have to import all those from the other countries. Okay, now, so Norman E. Borlaug, Dr. Norman E. Borlaug, who is known as father of green revolution, what he did, he introduced some exotic seeds from other country, introduced in India, and these seeds out yielded in India. Okay, and India not only become self-sufficient, but we become exporter of these food grains. So this is called as green revolution. Okay, and students, another name which you should remember is father of green revolution in India is M.S. Swaminathan. Okay, so that was when food grain production was increased, that is called your green revolution. Moving on to the next, that when the meat and tomato production increased, that is known as your red revolution. Okay, moving on to the round revolution. Students, it is related to your potato production. Potatoes are round, so you can relate and see that round revolution is related to your potato production. Moving on to the next, that is silver fiber revolution. Okay, as you know that cotton ball is silver in color. Okay, you can say white in color. So this is considered as, when the production of cotton increased, it is known as silver fiber revolution. Moving on to the next, your yellow revolution, which is related to your oil seeds. Okay, when oil seeds production increased, it is known as yellow revolution. Now moving on to the next, that is white revolution. Okay, which is related to your milk production. Students, I would like to tell you here some additional information that you must know about Verghese Kurien, who is known as the father of white revolution or man behind Operation Flood. Okay, and the very best example we have in India is Amul of this white revolution. Okay, so now moving on to some more revolution that has happened. First is your blue revolution. Okay, it is related to your fish production. When your leather and cocoa production increased, it is known as brown revolution. Okay, for jute production, it is known as golden fiber revolution. Students, you can relate here that jute fiber is somewhat golden in color. Okay, so it is known as golden fiber revolution. You can relate and learn this thing. Now moving on to next, that is protein revolution. It is for pulses. Okay, then pink revolution is for your onions and prawns. Okay, moving on to the next, which is golden revolution, that is for your fruits, honey, and overall horticulture production. Okay, now you must not be confused with this too, because see, golden fiber revolution is related to fiber crop. Okay, we know that we have two fiber crops, that is cotton and jute. Okay, cotton is white in color, so silver fiber revolution. The thread of jute is golden in color, so golden fiber revolution. And what is the difference between golden and golden fiber? See, golden fiber is for jute and golden is for your honey, fruits and horticulture. Is that clear? Now moving on to the question part, which says that what is the pink revolution about? Okay, we have discussed this and the answer is onion and prawn production. Okay, now moving on to the next question. This is a practice question based on the concept, that is, what is the golden fiber revolution about? Okay, I have discussed this in detail that it is about jute production. Why? Because jute is somewhat golden in color. Now moving on to the next, which says what is blue revolution about? Okay, students, we have discussed this, that whenever the fish production increase, it is known as blue revolution. Okay, so now moving on to the next question, which has come in your NABARD grade A 2017 phase 1. Okay, and the question is, who among the following is known as father of plant physiology? Your options are Stephen Hales, George Johann Mendel, Aristotle, D'Anviglia, and none of the above. So here students, I'd like to tell you that whenever a person have a huge contribution toward any particular subject, okay, he or she is considered as a father of that particular subject. So similarly, agriculture has father for various disciplines, okay, for various disciplines, like for father of agronomy is Peter de Crescenzi, then father of agrometeorology is D'Anviglia, father for field plot technique is J.B. Boussingault, then father for genetics is your George Johann Mendel, father of green revolution is Norman E. Borlaug, father of green revolution in India is M.S. Swaminathan. Okay, this will be father of green revolution in India is M.S. Swaminathan. Then father for golden rice is Dr. Ingo Porticus. Father of hybrid rice is known as Yung Long Ping. Okay, here I would like to tell you that he is from China, and China is first country. So China became the first country to introduce hybrid rice, and after China, India is the second country to introduce hybrid rice. Okay. Now moving on to the next, father of microbiology is Louis Pasteur. Then father of hybrid cotton is your C.T. Patel. Father of your plant physiology is Stephen Hales. Okay, and our question was, who among the following is known as father of plant physiology? And your right answer for this question is Stephen Hales. Okay. Now, if this is clear, let's see some practice question based on such type. Okay. See, who among the following is known as father of genetics? Your options are Stephen Hales, George Johann Mendel, Aristotle, D'Anviglia, none of the above. Okay, and your right answer is George Johann Mendel. We have discussed this. Now moving on to the next practice question, which says that who among the following is known as father of agronomy? Okay, this is a very important question. Students, you should know about this, that father of agronomy is known as Peter de Crescenzi. Okay, so that was all for this video, student. I hope you have liked the video and you have gained some additional information regarding this topic, okay, and you have practiced and you have enjoyed this video. Students, that was all for this video, and if you like this video, do let me know in comment box, and also for more such videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel and join us on our Telegram channel. That's all, students. Thank you.